Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Here is our next video on solving equations. If we're going to look at the best number in the world, 18, we have a lot of stuff going on here. On the left side of our equation, not really a whole lot. Okay, if we break our equation into two halves. All right, left side, super busy. Right side, 43. Okay, so obviously we need to pay attention to the left side. We see two things we need to distribute. So let's just take them and I guess right to left would be the easiest way. So I want to distribute this -3. Eventually we're also going to have to distribute this lovely 4 over here as well, remembering that yes, it is a positive 4. So I have to distribute this first into both of these. Let's do that. So -3 times a 4x gives me a -12x. -3 times a +3 is a -9. Alright, so we're good there. Let's just jump right over and do this. Alright, into our next one here. I'm going to change colors on you because I'm kind of a visual person and we can do that. So once again, I'm not doing anything crazy. I have to distribute 4 into both terms. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what sign is going to go right here? Well, we're going to do whatever the sign happens to be when I take this +4 times this +6. And that's what we are going to put, all right, into this red box. So we cannot forget that this 4 really is a +4. Now we got lucky because positives are a lot easier to distribute than negatives. But let's just go ahead and do this anyway. So 4 times a 6x, that happens to be a 24x. And yes, it is positive. 4 times a +1, that's just 4. The right-hand side, not a lot going on right now, just 43. So we want to go ahead and combine our like terms. So let's do that. We have both variables right here and here. As well, we have constants, -9 and 4, that are on the same side, so I can do whatever the signs tell me to do. Alright, in this case, let's go ahead and combine our x's. So what is -12x plus 24? Alright, that turns into 12x. And what is this -9 plus 4? -9 plus 4 is a -5. Alright, so we combine all that. We still haven't messed at all with 43. It's just kind of hanging out. But now we get to. Alright, because now it says, hey, why don't you go ahead and let's rewrite this up here. So I have 12x minus 5 equal to 43. So I need to get, at the end, I want to have x equal, alright, to something. I got two things standing in my way, if we think about it. One is this -5. The other happens to be this 12. So let's deal with the 5 first. So the opposite operation of subtracting 5. Yep, adding 5. Alright. And this will cancel out, so I'm going to add 5 over here. This turns into a 48. We're going to bring our 12x over here. So 12x is equal to 48. What do I want to do now? 12 times x, or 12 times a number, is equal to 48. How do I break up or undo multiplication? Yes, with division. So I'm going to divide each side by 12. And 48 divided by 12 happens to be 4. And there's my answer. Now, let us take a look at number 20. This is my favorite problem of them all. We have x's that are going to be everywhere. Okay, let's just start. This one's going to start off very similar. All right, if we look back at 18 real quick, it's going to start off very similar. All right, I have lots of distributing on the left-hand side of my equation. Okay, I've got two things to distribute, over here as well as over here. Okay, I don't really have much going on the right-hand side, but we'll have to combine some things over there. So let's go ahead and distribute first, because that's what we want to do. -5 is going to have to be multiplied by each of these terms. So -5 times a +1 is -5, and -5 times -5x is a +5. 25x. Alright, so we're good there. We now need to remember that this 5 is still positive, so let's multiply that through real fast here. So 5 will be distributed to both of those terms, so 5 times negative x is a negative 40x, and then 5 times negative 2 is a negative 10. Alright, I'm not going to do anything yet over here. Let's just identify which terms we should combine and which ones we shouldn't. So I'm actually going to go ahead and leave all my x's in green because I know I want to combine hopefully all my x's, and I've got some constants in here. So let's do this. Now, if we are on the same side of our equation, alright, here is my line in the sand. If I am on the left-hand side, okay, or the right-hand side for that matter, and I can combine two things, we do what the signs tell us to do. Right? We don't do opposite operations until we move from one side to the other, right? Whether that's from our right side over to the left or vice versa. So first things first, let's combine these two together. So our signs say negative 5 minus 10, that's negative 15. Okay, now let's go ahead and handle these two things. This says 25x minus 40x. Alright, well that is a minus 15x. Do not forget your signs. Let's go ahead, these are on the same side as well. We can probably combine these two. X is over here, negative 4x minus 8x. That happens to be negative 12x. Okay, and now I guess we need to figure out what are we going to do. Should I move this red negative 15? Should I move my x's? Which one should we do? Well, we want to, at this point, unfortunately, we only have one choice. We have to move this x over here. It's got to go over there, right? So if it's going to change sides, it has to change signs. All right, so if it's a negative 15x or we're subtracting 15x, that means I need to add 15x to both sides. And negative 12x plus 15x just turns into 3x. Alright, we are still equal to negative 15, right? We didn't do anything with this. That's why it's just coming down over here. I need now to divide because 3 and x are held together with multiplication. So we divide both sides by 3. And negative 15 divided by 3, negative 5. Is there a way for us to check our work? Absolutely. Absolutely there is. I would take this negative 5, and everywhere we see an x back in our original equation, we plug a negative 5 in there. All right, if we do that, whatever we have on our left side has to be equal to whatever we get on our right side. All right, hope this helped out, and we'll see you soon.